Hello everybody and welcome back to the Amalgam Estate. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-bum-bum. Alrighty, you know what time it is. We are going to be going after the Shrieklings, and immediately following that, we're going to be going to kill the Doomwheel. Now, I do want to get the Hunted Head Taker, but honestly, I'm all but certain it is going to be really good, but at the same time, it just seems kind of counterintuitive. So, I think we'll get 2 of our trinkets and hope we get lucky. Unlike the mother's nest, the Shrieklings is hidden within the wheel. Can you believe it? The children are hidden away? Oh, what is she trying to protect her young? Disgusting. So here's who we bring. We bring the Oni with the Festival Lantern, the Accuracy Stone, Obliterate, Inexorable Advance, Unfettered Spirit, and Kampai. We then bring the Phantasma with the Book of Relaxation, the Fermented Herring, and all of her abilities. Also, Shadowborn is pretty good. We then bring the other Oni with the Fang Talisman, the Accuracy Stone, and all of her abilities. Before we finish it off with Sean 1001, the Marauder, who has the Tanigashima, yeah, and the Bags of Gold. We also have Plunder, Enrage, Reign of Riches, and Oni's Bane. Yeah, so this is the bird episode. We're going to left. I don't remember which way we need to go, but left feels right. There is the very real chance that we do a full clear, though, so we're kind of hoping that's not going to be the case. Also, should have brought a couple more shovels. Okay, I'll just hit the 1 and 4 immediately. Epic. Wing Slam coming down on the Phantasma doesn't get any sort of stun. We are going to swap to Seance posture because we're feeling supportive right about now. Then, excuse me while I see what this does. Give me a second. Okay, yeah. We're going to do this one. Yeah. Wing Slam, get reposted, nerd. So, I'm just gonna mark myself. We're ready for a fight now. Reign of Riches! Unfortunately, we don't have too many riches at the moment. Big Bonk? Big Bonk. Now, we do need to kill that nest. Unfortunately, it is guarded at the moment. We don't get a double riposte, but man, would it have been nice. Less stun resist is a little bit of a problem. We're going to go for a guard. That way we break at least a little bit of the guarding. Then we're going to go for a boom. No, never mind. We missed a 70%. Wing Slam coming down. Luckily, it doesn't do anything. Take out the bird in the back. Never mind. He has significantly more health than I was thinking. Okay, well. 91%. Or... Hear me out. What does that move do? Apotheosis, we heal, we remove mortality. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know how that works. I guess it's just a buff? I have no idea. Well, Reign of Riches takes out one of the birds. Now, we still can't do damage to the... You know, I'm noticing a problem here. Ow. Yeah, noticing a very slight problem. though that does certainly help our case. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward. I believe one of these is a stun. No, I guess not. Alright. Okay, never mind. I guess we'll miss for the second time in a row. Let's swap over, and we are going to get a little bit of a heal on everybody. We're also going to get a buff. Okay. Does this break guard? Yes. Oni's Bane. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not going to be able to be guarded anymore? You pitiful little nest. Horde Shriek coming down. Oh, backhanded right into next week. 11 damage. You'll love to see it. Let's go ahead and move ourselves forward while also marking ourselves. That way we are empowered. You're stunned, so you don't get a turn. Let's go ahead and move up again. We're going to go for Full Moon Slash. We do end up hitting it close to a minimum roll, so this is going to be quite a long fight, I feel. Let's go ahead and try and buff up once again. I do think we can hit with this now. 10%. Well, they're not bleeding, which, you know, that might be part of the problem. You know, just a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and buff up once again. Rain of Riches coming down. Almost a max roll. That's how we're gonna do this fight. Yeah, this is gonna be an extremely long fight. But you know what? It's the bird episode. Horde Shriek coming down. Tiny, tiny bit of damage being done. Tinnitus is not great, but Obliterate is. Does this move us forward? And we could shuffle. You know what? Fine. I will do damage, and I will not be stopped. So let's see. This does 200% more damage, but you're not bleeding, so it's going to do practically nothing. Let's swap to Foresight. We got a riposte ready to go whenever we need it. Now, let's go ahead and go for a guard on the Oni. Okay, that moves us forward. Now we can go for Bell Ringer, which does tiny bits of damage. And we'll just go for the knee. Knee is going to be a lot more effective. I'm just going to enrage because this is making me mad. And we need to hit harder. Debatably should have Oh, actually. LOL. I'm sorry, was your guard broken? What a shame. Okay, unfortunately we don't get to use our riposte. That's fine. 18 damage coming down from the Phantasma. 36 damage coming down from the Oni. Oh yeah, this is turning around nicely. Horde Shriek coming down once again. That's fine. We simply do not care. You know, none of you are bleeding. We'll just go for more damage. Why not? Could go for Zen Shin. Or... still not bleeding, so we're not going to be able to do it. Alright. Fine. 4 damage. Still can't riposte that, so even if we did have it up, it wouldn't have done anything. 17 more damage coming down from the Oni in the front. Horde Shriek coming down once again. Our Aegis is used up to 1 whole damage. Oh, you hate to see that. Wing Slam coming down on the Phantasma. It should... oh, we do end up getting dazzled. Okay. Let's go for a guard. This will move us forward. Then... bonk. And that puts us right where we need to be. Unfortunately, it does move the nest a little bit as well, which is a problem. But what we can do instead... let's go ahead and set up their riposte. Okay. So we do that. Everyone's guarded. We have a riposte and an Aegis. Rain of Riches! Unfortunately, rolls minimum once again. Protect the nest isn't gonna work. Oh, man. It sure does suck that you don't get to use a game mechanic. Oof. That just feels real bad, don't it? Let's keep our riposte going because we're going to get use out of it. The nest is almost dead. None. You dodged the riposte. That feels bad. That feels really bad. You know, that riposte wasn't as great as I thought. Let's go ahead and clear the horror before it stacks up too terribly much. Oh, tinnitus kicks in and we get stressed out. That's fine. Let's go for a guard. That'll move us forward. And now, we say goodbye. We rolled exacties. That... Okay. Yeah. Anonymous koala. Really? Anonymous koala, huh? I don't even have the pet mod installed. Plus 100% healing from eating, plus 20% versus monsters from koala's creature collection, minus 10% scouting chance, minus 20% disease resist. You have a chance to heal yourself when you use a friendly skill. And also quite a bit of money. Secret room? Nope. Oh, and we got the hammer and tongs back. Ooh, today is a good day. That's good. That's some good luck. Love interest with the Oni, unerring. I don't think we'll get much use out of that. Luminous on the Phantasma. Uncleanly. Resilient. Okay. And Corvid's Assuagement. Minus 10% stress per stress. And then gifted. Huh. That's certainly one way to do it. Hey, look, we got the Warlock. Anybody new? Ooh. Well, would you look at that? We do have someone new. The Ironclad joins our estate, making him number 60 as far as characters go. And we still have quite a few more to go, because it's never over. We're just permanently getting more characters. That's just how it is. Now there's somewhere, I forget where it is. Isn't there like a goal thing where you can see, what was it? Was it a mod? I'm trying to remember. So pretty much from memory, maybe it's something we just get later, but it like tracks how many of each class you've gotten to level 6. Where is it? Hang on. Is it in the glossary? No. Hang on. Hang on. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Wait. Caretaker. Caretaker goals. That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh my lord. There's so many bosses. Okay, roster goals. Ancient Ones, P&P, Scourge, Zal, Marauder. We're ignoring Abomination. I'm just not going to say the base game characters, except for Reynold and Dismas. Aesthete, Juggernaut, Clobber, Black Cat, Butcherbird, Cataphract, Magician, Gunwitch, Itinerant Cook, Crusader, Lilith, Trapper, Matriarch, Duchess, Entrenched, Estranged, Exorcist, Falconer, Fawn, Practitioner, Fool, Grove Tender, Hedge Knight, Heir, Highwayman, Josiah, Keeper, Gem Hunter, Enchantress, Lifegiver, Eye the Sun, Trench Doctor, Phantasma, Obituary, Miscreant, Oni, Warlock, Philomath, Pizza Zolo, Rampart, Ringmaster, Sawmaster, Shinobi, Silent, Sisters, Martyr, Goblin Huntress, Swordbearer, Tempest, Thorn, Twilight Knight, Vigilante, Vixen, Ironclad, Warlord, Ripperkin, Wizard, White Priestess, and the Oni. Did I miss any? Because there's probably gonna be more. I highly doubt that's all the characters that we're going to add. Well, looks like it's time. Oh, for the... Dude! Oh my... That's perfect! The Kobold Oil for the Gem Hunter. More stun chance. I'm oiled up and coming at you. Okay. Well, by the way, I know that we should be using other abilities on Diggs. Diggs, where are you? Diggs? Diggs, there you are. Hi. I know we should be using abilities like the Minecart Crash, which is my favorite Kobold ability that she has. But it's just so fun to stun lock people, and with this trinket, well, let's just say it got even easier. Why, hello! Okay, so this is take 4 of me trying to discuss this topic, because it is a relatively serious topic, and I feel that it should be taken seriously, and it's something I feel quite strongly about. So, take 1, 2, and 3, I kind of got off track, and just went on these super, super long tangents, which you know I always do, but, basically, TLDR, for those who are not in the know, there was a mod developer recently who was caught doing some real inappropriate stuff with lolly Shota characters. If you don't know what a lolly or a Shota is, good. But if you do, then you know why this is a big topic. So, I want to be sure that I get this correct. So, their name is usually referred to as Oka or Okano. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Honestly, it doesn't matter. But they were caught doing some not good stuff of some underage characters, right? That's a TLDR. So it was brought to my attention. Obviously, I think it's important that I bring it up. I might not be a big player in the Darkest Dungeon community, but I've been around long enough for people to know who I am, and so it would be neglectful if I didn't bring this up. So, yeah, that happened, and I could parrot what everyone else is saying, which is, that's not good, obviously, it's not okay, you know, wow, so brave, so bold, but steps were taken to ensure that those positions of power were lost and that nothing is going to come of it, luckily. So that's good. You know, I'm glad actions were taken, people were concerned, people brought it up to who they needed to, and actions were taken. That's very good. That's very, very important. Now, the other thing is, it was also brought to my attention that potentially we should not be using Oka Okano's mods. Now, I have a split opinion on this. I don't think it's really necessary to stop using modded classes just because that person has come out to be a freak, and my reasoning for that is they're getting zero financial benefit just because a modded character has shown up in a modded series. I want to bring up the example of the Fawn, the Fool, you know, those classes. If you guys remember, there was a whole lot of drama revolving the Profligates, I believe, and the Fool. And you could very realistically and reasonably argue that never using the Profligates again or the Fool is the right thing to do because one of the devs became super unhinged and you don't want to support that, you don't want to draw positive attention to it. You know, it overall bad. However, there was more work put into it, the classes, than just by that one person. There's people who were working on the back end. There's people who were working on the coding. There's people who were working on the balancing, the art, the designs, the abilities, the balancing. I already said that. And you're kind of taking away from everything they've put into it just to cut out the one bad apple. And I'm of the opinion that one bad apple does not ruin the bunch. Toss that one apple out, be rid of it, right? But I don't want to take away from what everyone else has done for a modded class, because that's unfair to them, right? And, you know, there are some cases where it is only one person who has done 100% of the work on a modded class, and if you want to stop supporting those, that's totally fair. But wrapping back around again, I'm going on a tangent again. There is zero financial backing for using a modded class in a modded series. And quite frankly, if I were to ask right now for you to name every single dev that has worked on every class on screen right now, would you be able to? I'm gonna say that there was a fair few of you who said no, you would not. And I feel just because a modded class's creator sucks and needs a stern talking to does not mean that the modded class is worthy of scorn. Does that make sense? There was more put into the class than just what that one person did. Obviously, should you forget about what that person did just because you like their classes? No, of course not. It's important to know the history of a class because it's important. And that's kind of why I disagree with people just flat taking down modded classes at all. Like, for example, there was that big drama that happened a while ago where there were multiple devs working on the, I can't remember their names. The dude with the mask and the Molotov cocktail. I can't remember right now. But drama happened. The classes got taken down because one person was like, whatever, I'm just going to take it down. But it takes away from what everyone else put into it. And that's unfair to them, right? Like, let's say, for example, Zhao. Let's just pretend 10 people worked on Zhao, and one person came out to be an absolute creep and weirdo. Should you stop using Zhao? I feel no. Because 9 other people put their heart and soul into it, and just because that one it could have even been the head developer, but just because they suck doesn't mean that their creation is tainted. It is tainted a little bit, and I'm not gonna say it's not. But again, I feel very strongly about this, and I'm trying to cram my words so that I don't go too off topic, which I feel I'm already kind of doing. But I think it is okay to enjoy a mod that is not paid for, that you are not financially backing. It's okay to enjoy a class, a character, trinkets, enemies. It's okay to enjoy them while also being able to say, wow, the developer of this sucks. Like, now, wrapping back around to the other side of the argument, there is the very reasonable thing to say that me, for example, doing a series and showing off, like, all these modded classes, like, for example, let's say we show off the Juggernaut, right? And someone goes, wow, the Juggernaut, what an awesome class. I'm going to seek out the Juggernaut now, and I'm going to see what else this person has made. Wow, I really, really like all their classes. I think that's okay. But the slippery slope is, and this is where it falls back on me, and why it's reasonable for the argument to be made that I shouldn't be using their classes. Let's say somebody is like, wow, Peach Zazzolo, right? I love this class. And, wow, the developers made some other classes that I really enjoy. I'm gonna financially back them. Well, there's the argument to be made that that wouldn't have even happened had I not shown off the class, had you never seen it because I showed it off. And that's fair. That is a very fair thing to say, and my counter argument to that is that I don't have one. But, that's just kind of how I feel about it. You know, I know my thoughts are all over the place, but I just don't feel that it is fully necessary to stop using a modded character purely because one of the devs, even if it is the head dev, sucks. That's just me, and again, I've had some real radical opinions in the past, some of which have changed, but, you know, I recognize that I'm probably in the minority for this, and if you disagree with me, that's cool. But, you know, obviously the whole situation is bad. I wish it didn't happen, you know? I wish we could go 1 month without someone in the community coming out as a creep. But apparently that's too much to ask for. So yeah, TLDR, I don't think we're going to be removing any classes. If they do get removed from Steam, whatever, you know, I'm not going to go seek them out. But, hey, you know. But yeah, sorry to get so real talk with you guys. I just felt that it was a little bit important to bring up. So, yeah, we're probably not going to be removing any modded classes. Sorry about having to bring this up at all, but, you know, I do think it was important. And, yeah. So, now, let's go back to having a good time, huh? Let's get away from all this serious mumbo-jumbo, and let's get back into the video games. Well, now that all the drama talk is over, why don't we do something a little bit more fun? By the way, if you hear my fan every so often, just so you know, I got a brand new fan. It actually rotates. My old fan didn't, and I've had it for like over 5 years, and yeah, it was time for an upgrade. So if you hear it, I apologize. I'm still trying to figure out where to put it in the room, but we'll see about that. Anyway, we bring the Ripperkin with the shocking scale, the beaded necklace, rip and tear, blood is fuel, come forth and rev up. We then bring Reynold, the Crusader, with the broken pendant, the Book of Relaxation, Smite, Stunning Blow, Bulwark of Faith, and Holy Lance. We then bring the Trench Doctor with the Debuff Stone, the Green Signet Ring, Keep Going, Breathe It In, Overdose, and Fastball Special. Before we end with Kale, the Tempest, with the Fermented Herring, the Anonymous Koala, ooh, Phasor, Feedback Loop Amplify, and Shock Coma. So, we're just gonna see what happens there, shall we? Okay, honestly, not a bad start. Certainly, we don't mind that at all. Also, it was brought to my note that I need to loot with more characters because I tend to just click on one and then that's it for the entire dungeon. So we're gonna click on everyone. Everyone is gonna get their looting time and it's gonna be great. Maybe. What the? Is that a dude with claws? Amplify? Electrifying. So everybody gets a little bit more healing. Everybody has a crit multiplier. Good. I do so enjoy that. Overdose them. Okay, very good. Bring forth my beast. Rev up. Rip and tear? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that worked out pretty nice, wouldn't you say? Do we pull? No. Stun. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you unable to make use of that corpse? Kill with the riposte. Ouch. That blight is gonna suck a little bit. Oh no! I forgot you still get a turn. Dang it. And everything was coming together so nicely, too. Most unfortunate. Single target heal. Good enough for me. Okay. I demand anti-venom. Bonk. Now, we have to move when we use that, right? Okay. That is something to make note of. The truth! Wait, no! No! Epicenter of darkness. Malignant incenses. The cranial crash. Bro, I was... You cannot hit me with the truth at the first fight. That is so unfair, bro. What is that? And you kept the regenerated buffs. Are you serious? Ugh. Fine. So be it. We will face you as we have in the past. Sinister impalement. What was that damage? Bro! What is that? Okay, Ooh, yeah, that sucks. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Dude, I'm in shock after that one. That's so unfair. Not even close. So you're defended, but stunned. Cranial crash. Good thing we set up that Aegis. So there's no stunning you, right? So be it. Defenders of the light. Right, you cap the torch at 50. Ow! Bro! Dude, have we survived 2 Death's Door dots? Is it our lucky day or what? I'm scared. Downright terrified. Heal? We're so not ready for this fight, bro. Oh, 68 health, too. Luckily, Kale does have a permanent riposte, which is going to help. Stun is over. 1 Aegis remains. Take out the tacos before it explodes. There goes our Aegis. Okay. Bleed is gone. Good. You know what? Rev up! You. Death. Good stuff. Okay, we also get a regen. Excellent. No shot, we bleed. However, high roll. That looks like a high roll to me. You also can't be guarded. Not that I think that there even is a guard, but still. Enough. I have had enough. Yeah. Let's just keep ourselves nice and safe, shall we? Fastball special? Should have used this a bit earlier, but oh well. Reynold. Kill it. 10 roll? We like that. That's good rolls. That's good rolling. Oh, you will be ground into dust. Heal here. Okay. Devastate. Ooh, can't repulse that. And it stuns. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad that it does that. Malignant Essence coming down. Wait a minute, don't you... No, I'm thinking of a different enemy. Ugh! Dude, 12 damage! Let's just heal that back up, huh? Yeah, we're good. Good as new. Minimum rolls. Now it's not the time for minimum rolls. Okay, I don't know if moving him back is actually all that helpful, but we did it. Okay, smog. Stress is becoming an issue. You know what? Rev up! Come here. Fare thee well. That is so ridiculous, bro. The first fight, the freaking truth shows up. That is just ridiculous. The fact that we even killed it without losing anyone is like... Well, we got the facade of the formless, the most exotic material ever conceived by the Karvatst before their downfall. Yeah, I wonder why. Okay, no one has trinket room, otherwise I would have put our thing in it. Okay, so be vigilant. I didn't know that that could show up in modded dungeons. But apparently it can. So, you know. Now we gotta be worried about that all the time. You're not doing it again. I see you this time. You're not doing it again. If you don't know what to look out for, by the way, for the truth, I'm not going to tell you. But it has shown up on screen. So just know there is a way to tell and to prevent it. But if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. Bring forth the drill. Death. Ooh, a bit of healing. Excellent. Blah. Leaf? You are not dead yet, but you will be. Well, they both miss, so that's nice. Goodbye to all. Problematic. For them. Okay, you're dead to blight. You are not. You're dead to bleed. Okay, then group healing, everyone. Okay, good stuff. Meh. Ever heard lightning strike? You have now. Thrust a stab! Don't worry, I will take a turn. Alright, watch this. That's silly. Do we want this? Honestly, yes. Well, hey, I'm not interacting with that. Ripper kit? Nice. Alright, Kale, you're up. 90%. I knew you could do it. I had all the faith. Speaking of all the faith, bro, this is too much for my heart. I can't handle the truth randomly showing up anymore. It was bad enough in BR. Now we gotta deal with it here, bro. Well, good news. We don't have to worry about it right now, but... breathe it in! Let's get some more healing, shall we? We're gonna need it. Ow. Yeah, it's a little bit problematic. Alright. Amplify. We have a lot of really good buffs on this team. Ow. Do we think we can stun 25%, so it's 135? Yeah, we land those. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Oh wow, that sucks. Is there anything we can use to move forward from this? No, position 3 is actually just like a dead position for the Ripperkin. That sucks. Huh. Wow, that's a huge... Really? Is there actually nothing? Day of Ruin, but that's position 4. Wow, and you can't even move? No, you can't even shuffle. Wow, that sucks. Very rarely do you actually, like, have to pass. That really sucks. Well, let's get you back into a position where you can actually do something. Oh, huge riposte coming down from Kale. I'm gonna rev up. We're already half health. Big damage moves us forward. Okay. Let's go ahead and go for armor piercing. Okay, now we go for the kill. Excellent. And that gives us a bit of healing all around. We're not going to be able to stop you from... Actually, can't eat the corpse if it's not there. Death. That was actually a low roll. Luckily, you were low enough health. We don't have to worry about you eating the body. Apparently, we really have to worry about stress, though. Okay, well. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Just keep increasing our healing received. Yeah. Big crit coming down from Kale. Very nice. Let's go ahead and shuffle. I'm kind of debating camping soon, actually. Like, I know it's a little bit early. It might actually be for the best, though. Let's go ahead and rev up. Big damage. Absolutely colossal damage. Oh, you're just dead. Bye-bye. Let's see. And then we shuffle. Why not? And then... torch. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. Trench Foot. Gives quirk, has 3 levels. Anybody got Trench Foot? Alright, Ripperkin. You got Trench Foot now. I don't think that was worth it. I don't think I like these quirks very much. Bit of gold. I would like that gold, but we do not have the inventory space, actually. Hear me out. Should we? Nah, I was gonna camp, but I don't know. I don't think it's a play. Oh. Fine, fine. Interact if you must. Whew. All right, deep breaths. We are calmed down. Take a little sip. And we're ready to go. Let's do it. Boss time! That's all fast. Okie dokie. So here's what we're gonna do. We buff up the crew, of course. What else would we do? We kill. We are not going to rev up. Not yet. Always more beside. Okay. More crit. We're gonna full buff. Oh. Okay, Rolling Doom gets a ton of damage on us. We shuffle, however, not actually the best positioning for us. Shuffle. I guess just let's heal. No! Oh, wait, that's a free action? That's good to know. Issue, can't do anything. Big damage. Now we shuffle again. Okay. Next turn, we go back to normal. Wow, that did more damage to you than it did to me. Go for a stun, should be guaranteed. You bet it. Okay. Always more beside, just summoning some allies. That's fine. We do not care. Engine cooldown, so you're not going to be able to... That sucks. Ooh, Kale goes first. Okay, get a hit. We shuffle. And we're ready to go. Rev up. Okay, big damage. big damage. Big damage. That is a minimum roll. That is a minimum roll again. Okay, well, Reynold knows what's up. Truth prevails, and always walk aside. Fire, fire! Man player thing? Ow. Okay, a little bit horrifying, but that's fine. Preheat, so you're back to how we started. Can't bleed you. Okay, certainly not bad damage. I'm gonna go for Breathe It In, just so we all get a little bit more healing. Okay, now, ignore armor. Wow, we also got the Koala buff. Rolling Doom goes down. We get shuffled to, once again, some of the worst positioning we could have asked for. Huge damage coming out from the Holy Lance. Okay, Torch is mainly helping us. Especially because the Doomwheel is not doing enough damage for the moment. Overheat, so that is going to be a very scary next turn. Alright, I guess we go for Feast, and then we skip. Yikes. Man, these shuffles are bad news for this team. Ooh. Yeah, super bad news. Even with us being able to shuffle around, it, isn't great. Rolling Doom. Ow. Okay, takes out your buddy, does a little bit of self-damage. How about some of this? Okay, you lose one of your turns at least. That is nice. Ooh, and we get a little bit of a riposte. You love to see that. Engine cooldown going down, you're going back to normal. At least you didn't crit heal this time. Well. Unfortunate. Okay. Ooh, I really... You know what? I know that this turn kind of sucks to do, but, you know. By the way, just saying, Kale and the Falconer would make for a really good team. Because Kale stuns, and the Falconer can purge stuns. Overall, pretty good, I'd say. Man Flayer thing coming down once again. We do block it, even though it probably only does, like, 1 damage. I envisioned this fight going a little bit differently in my mind. Okay, shuffle. We are finally in a position that we want to be in. Okay. We're finally in a good position. Ooh, that blight does suck, though. Okay, the dots are not the worst. We could just try and go for a stun again. Big damage. River! Oh, you're donezo, pal. Shockingly low damage, all things considered. Huh. That's not good. That is, really bad damage, actually. Ooh, we are left with a choice. Alright, let's play defensively. We are stunned, which does suck. Zap, zap. Ow. Okay. I think we're holding. We're holding fast. I don't think this is the end. Ouch. It certainly wasn't the end, but good lord, did it get close. Well, the Ripperkin says not even close, so we're just going to go with that. We also get the Silk and Needle, which is more healing, and on riposte, you gain protection. That is a really interesting trinket. And then, maximize money. Yeah. We're done. And no secret room to boot. What did we get? We end up with only the finest of treasures. 11.7k gold. We get the kobold oil. And multiple people are now level 2. Cove Tactician. Deviant Tastes. Oh boy. And Eldritch Slayer. Ah, our recent mission against the Doomwheel has aggravated the rats. No time to rejoice. Well, guess what? They can wait. And they're going to wait. I see a returning face and someone brand new. The Silent joins with the Ironclad. And Hydrox the Second joins as well. Y'all love to see it. It's always a happy day when new faces arrive and the same faces don't leave. Alright, all things considered, pretty good. Explore the old sewers. Oh, I see. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure that you can just wait on this mission. I don't think you have to do it directly. Directly after you get it, is what I was trying to say, and just completely, But, yeah, I don't think we have to do it directly right now. But, you know, maybe we should debate doing that. Now, what I kind of want to do, I do want to do Homecoming, because that's a special quest. We could technically do the spiders, but I really kind of don't want to right now. So I think we're going to wait on that. By the way, we're officially up to 60 unique modded characters. You'll love to see it. But with that, I believe that's going to do it for this episode of the Amalgam Estate. So, I know this one is a little bit shorter. I know I say it all the time, but, yeah, the drama talk, honestly, it kind of took me out of this episode a little bit. Gotta keep it real. I think it was an important thing to bring up, in case you didn't know about it. But boy, I'm really not one for drama. It dawned on me just how much it stressed me out bringing it up and talking about it. Like, I know, technically I didn't need to at all, but I don't know, it felt right to bring it up, you know, but yeah, don't expect me to become a drama channel, because holy, I could not. I think I would literally crash and burn, I think. Like, drama video number 3, Shadow dies, you know? But, you know, I don't know, man. Stuff happens, you know? People will be odd sometimes. And that is putting it so absurdly lightly that it's not even real, but to an extent, it's not even worth talking about. Like, just let their name fade into obscurity with the sickness that they've caused. But on the flip side, you know, you gotta bring it up to even know about it to begin with, so, But, thank you guys so much for watching! See, I'm completely thrown off this episode, man. Was there anything else I want to say? I don't think so. I think I got it all off my chest. Now, there is a chance, right, that I brought up a point and then it was in take 1 to 3, so I don't know at this point, bro. Next episode, we're just gonna pretend I didn't even talk about it at all. How about that? I think most of you guys would prefer it that way anyway. Let's just continue having fun in our video game, shall we? But, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.